What's up, guys? I'm JJ,
I'm Javier.
and this is PM Football. I'm a little under the weather,
Yeah.
so if I sound raspy, that's
Start
why.
coughing.
That's
You're
why.
not having a stroke. You're just a little under the weather.
Yeah. So regardless, we got some really good games coming on this weekend. We're gonna start things off with Clemson at Georgia Tech. Who do you have?
So these were, I believe, both of ours. Definitely mine. I want to say both of our, ACC matchup predictions.
Yeah.
When it came to the championship. Maybe you had Miami.
I think I had Miami.
Okay. Either way, for me personally, this was my ACC matchup for the ACC championship game. Clemson, Georgia Tech. I am a little less sold on Clemson than I was before the season started. However, I'm going to still take Clemson. They're the 12th team in the nation. I think just their experience and talent all around roster-wise, they'll be able to finish through the game and end up beating Georgia Tech.
I think this game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people see on paper. They see a Georgia Tech team that's 2-0. Clemson's 1-1. They lost to LSU in the season opener. Who is number 3 right now?
Yep.
The only thing is last week they had an easy game against Troy.
Yeah.
They went down 16-3 at halftime in that game.
Yep.
And they came back and won that game 27-16. I just think that offense is really struggling right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kate Klubnik is having a tough time back there, which
I'm sure you're happy about.
it's not like I told you so, but a little bit. But I still think Clemson finds a way to win this game. I think it's close. I think the spread right now is like 3.5, 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Clemson wins. They're the better team. Although I do think it's going to be a close one.
I feel you. Wisconsin at Alabama. Who do you have?
I'm going to take Bama. I think right now it's like a 21-point spread. But, yeah, Bama kind of shut the haters up a little bit last week. They won like 71-0.
Against UL Monroe.
They did. It was against Monroe. They did put up 71 points, though. They had a – shout out to the Sun Belt. They had a rough outing week 1. I mean, that's just kind of been Bama's MO with DeBoer, though. Like, they have a tough time against better teams. But, I mean, Wisconsin hasn't really been the team that we're used to seeing them be in the past couple seasons. They haven't really had very much talent there. Bama's a lot more talented. I'm taking Bama.
I am with you. I'm taking Alabama. I don't know. Luke Fickell just hasn't really figured it out with this Wisconsin team. I think it's to the point where it's safe to say if things don't get turned around, he is on the hot seat.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is the week where they figure it out. I'm taking Alabama here.
Yeah.
Georgia at Tennessee. We have 6 versus 5 here. Who do you have?
15.
My bad. I clearly wrote 15. I'm sorry.
You just
6 versus 15. Georgia at Tennessee.
I'm just glad you didn't say they were number 1 because you saw one of the numbers.
I saw one of the. Good point. Yes. Who do you have?
Even though this game is at Rocky Top, they are playing the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs just know how to win football games. And I'm gonna take Georgia. I know. I don't know why I can never Stockton. Stockton still has a lot of questions around him. I think he's answered some. He's still a pretty new commodity to them, though, and they're still figuring out how he is as a quarterback. But similarly to how I was talking about Bama, Georgia just, to me, outweighs them in talent. Joey Aguilar has looked really good for Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready yet to say that they're going to beat a Georgia team, so I'm going to take Georgia this week.
I'm taking Georgia as well. I like Tennessee a lot. They were my dark horse of the SEC. But I'm going to take Georgia. I have Georgia winning the SEC. I love that defense every year, I think. I know it's a defense a little
Defense.
funny. Defense.
Defense.
It's PM football. It's been a long day. Yeah, I'm taking Georgia. I think that defense comes through. I think this potentially might be low scoring, which kind of sounds crazy when it comes to
these
a
are
team
usually like shootouts.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
However, I think this is one of the better Tennessee defenses that they've had in a while. Like what you brought up, we aren't fully sold on Stockton and that Georgia offense in general. And Georgia's defense is always going to be good. So therefore, I could see this being more of a lower scoring game. But I'm going to still take Georgia here.
Yep. Next, we got USF at Miami. This, to me, is
America's sweetheart right now.
America's
USF.
sweetheart. This to me is my favorite game of the weekend.
Really? Okay.
I really, even though the spread right now at this game is 17.5.
Yeah, which we will
USF,
talk about
we will
later.
get to that point. USF has just come out and to exactly what you said. They are America's sweetheart. They go out there and beat Boise State week 1, and then last week they show Florida who the real Florida team is, apparently.
Yeah, beat 2 ranked opponents nationally, have a chance to make it 3 in a row, potentially beating the top 5 team in the nation.
Not so fast, though, UCF. I think Miami gets you this week. USF. I'm sorry.
It's been
No
football.
no
It's been a long
disrespect.
day.
UCF is the reigning 2019 national
Something
champions.
like that. Something irrelevant.
USF, though, maybe 2025 national champions
We'll see what happens.
if they can beat Miami, but I don't see that happening. Beck's looked pretty solid for them to
Yes.
start the season, and I like what they've done with this new look Miami team.
I really like what USF has done this year, and even in previous years. I'm blanking on the head coach's name right now. Would not be surprised.
Kolish,
Something like that.
Alex
I believe.
Kolish.
Would not be surprised if his phone comes ringing around January for a potential P4 position. Would not be surprised by that. But until then,
Maybe take a Wisconsin job.
they're looking maybe Tech. We're getting too far ahead of ourselves. They have looked really good the past few years, and it's all coming together for this year. However, I do have Miami. I just think Miami is superior roster wise, and just I don't know. It seems like every right step they could make, they've been making it.
I just think Miami, like, their biggest issues always were the defense, and they've kind of been really good defensively.
That's what I'm saying. Like, every step they needed to make to be like, no, we're serious this year. I know it's only been 2 games, but all off season, the first 2 games this season, they've taken those steps.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm gonna take Miami, but we will talk about this game in a little bit.
Yep.
Florida at number 3, LSU. Who do you have?
So Florida had a big misstep last week. We just talked about it against UCF or USF. I don't know. Central Florida is not relevant anymore. It's about South Florida now.
No one cares about Scott Frost. I'm
No.
a lifelong hater.
Florida, though, big misstep. I'm still a fan of Lagway. I was a fan of the team in general, but you can't lose a game to South Florida like that.
No.
So
And they were home, right? If I remember correctly.
They were.
Like, you can't do that.
So this pick is pretty easy for me. It's LSU at home. They've looked like the best SEC team to me so far at the beginning of the season. I'm a huge fan of Nussmeier. I will be taking the Tigers to win this game.
Even though I still do not believe in Brian Kelly, I will be taking LSU. I believe in that roster, and I really do not believe in Florida, minus Lagway, because I do believe in him. Everything else with Florida, don't believe in. I'm taking LSU here. I think they win pretty comfortably with this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Our final game that we'll be talking about, my personal game of the week. I'm very excited for this one. Number 16, Texas A&M at number 8, Notre Dame. Who do you have?
First off, I just want to say, is this the highest an 0-1 team has ever been ranked?
Possibly.
After 3 weeks?
Possibly. There's a very good chance.
Notre Dame
for
is 0-1, and they're the 8th ranked team in the
best
country.
team in the nation at week 3.
Now they did lose to LSU.
Yes.
Or
No.
They lost to Miami,
The number 5 team
who
in
was
the
5
nation.
right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've just gone back and forth with this game. I still am having a
Same.
tough time of
Same.
picking who's going to win this. I'm taking A&M.
Okay.
I'm going to take A&M to win this game. I like Marcel Reed. I'm a fan of how he plays. I like their defense. Notre Dame has a rookie or a freshman quarterback back there in Carr.
Who looked good against
He did look
Miami.
good. I just think that there's a lot of questions he still has to answer. He's got to go through some more adversity.
Yeah.
I just don't know if you can go in there after your first 2 starts are against the. I mean, I think Miami was 11th or 10th at the time that they had played them.
Yeah,
and
they're
now
definitely top
the
12.
16th ranked team in your first 2 starts.
It's rough.
If you can go 1-1 in those games, you got a bright future. But again, if you lose both those games, like You can't really blame the kid that much.
I would say there is a scenario where Notre Dame loses and he still looks good. Then it's not even. I don't even think the question is on him. It's just the team in general.
Yeah. I mean, they're in that point of their program right now, though, because last year was the year they went to the national championship.
Yep.
They're kind of resetting everything. They lose
A lot of talent.
Riley Leonard. They lose,
Xavier Watts, who's one of their better defenders.
and they have Jeremiah Love still, who has looked. He
very
looked
good.
really well in that game as well. But I just think A&M is the more veteran team at this current point in time, and I will be taking them to upset Notre Dame.
I am just like you, where I have been flip-flopping with this game back and forth. I will be taking Notre Dame, and there are two main reasons. One, I think the bye week will be crucial here. They had that extra preparation that Texas A&M did not have for them, and they'll be home. If this was at A&M, I'd probably be taking A&M. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is a tough place to play at, but now you're gonna go to Notre Dame. That as well is a very, very tough place to play at. I think it's going to be a very close game. Would not be surprised if Texas A&M ends up winning, but I'm going to take Notre Dame for this one.
It's tough for me because I'm a huge Marcus Freeman fan, and I really like what he
him
does
a lot.
as a
Dude,
coach.
Yes.
It's just I think at this current point in time, I like what A&M has, and I just think that Notre Dame's too young and unexperienced in games where it's going to matter against a really, really good ranked opponent.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would, depending on how this season goes, maybe next season, would not be surprised if within the next 2 or 3 years the NFL comes calling for Marcus Freeman. Not saying that that's what he's aiming for, what he wants, but I would not be surprised if an NFL GM or NFL owner just sees how he carries himself, how he's built that Notre Dame teams and programs over the years, and it's just he has it. There's certain things a respected NFL head coach has to have, and he has them.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised within the next 2 or 3 years, depending on how these seasons go, he ends up getting a phone call from an NFL organization.
I totally agree.
We started this last week. We have 3 locks. Michigan.
We went 2 for 3 last week.
Michigan, you screwed us over.
However, we had the under in the Iowa State game.
We did.
That hit. We had Illinois money line against Duke, not money line, to cover by 3.
To cover the spread, which easily. That was not
easy.
even close.
And then Michigan had to go and lose to Oklahoma in really bad fashion.
But we feel even better about these next 3. So if you want to put these in a parlay, do you? If you lose, we are not responsible. We are letting you know now. You're at your own discretion. Only bet what you can afford to lose. That being said, with our 3 locks, our first lock, LSU money line over Florida. We talked about it earlier. We feel very confident about this. We actually think it might not even be that close.
I was going to say, if you're even feeling a little bit frisky, LSU's minus 8.5 right now.
I would not.
You might want to, if you want to increase your odds and get better odds, take them to cover. I just think the safer bet is the money line, because
at the end of the day,
it is
SEC teams, you never know.
Yeah.
Our second lock of the week, Georgia money line over Tennessee. Another game we brought up earlier. It's Georgia. At the end of the day, it's Georgia. Yes, Tennessee's really good,
and they're home.
Odds. What are the odds looking like for that? Would you have?
So it's Georgia minus 3.5 right now.
Okay.
You're talking about what the actual odd is for the money line?
Yeah.
Georgia is minus 170 money line right now.
Okay, so obviously Vegas agrees with us.
Yes. I think Tennessee's around plus 200.
I would just find I don't think it's impossible, but I would be very surprised if Tennessee ends up beating Georgia here. I mean, Georgia's just the better team all around. It's a very safe bet to take Georgia here. In our final lock, USF to cover the plus 17.5 spread over Miami.
Yeah.
When I first saw this, I thought it was a little disrespectful.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if Miami wins by 14.
Yeah.
I think anything over that a little disrespectful.
I mean, they have it as a 3-point or a 3-score game.
Yeah. I don't see it that way. I think USF I think USF has the confidence and belief that
they're going to win.
They can't not even forget the spread, that they're going to go in and win that game.
Yeah. Do I think they do?
Which is a dangerous team to be if everyone in that locker room, in that facility, like wholeheartedly believes like we are gonna go in and win that game.
And what do you never know. You might get Carson Beck from last year
You never
out
know.
of nowhere. So, I
You
mean,
never know.
I really like the locks, though.
Yeah. So back to our 3 locks: LSU money line over Florida, Georgia money line over Tennessee, and USF to cover the plus 17.5 spread over Miami. Those are our 3 locks. Once again, viewer discretion. Bet with what
Your own
are
advisory.
bet with what you are comfortable losing. We are not responsible for any losses. If you bet your mortgage and lose it, that is on
This
you.
is just for fun for us.
Yes, and because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't care what happened
We like
last
to,
week with
we
Michigan.
like to get
it's gonna
predictions.
happen.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to add before we close this video off?
Just excited about this. It's a better slate than we
It
had
is
last
a
week.
lot better than last week. Last week was fun. Still, I personally very excited for ODU at Virginia Tech. Quickly, what do you think the outcome of that?
So
game's
right
gonna
now, I mean, all right, overarching theme, ODU can never beat Tech at Tech.
be? Yeah,
The only times ODU has ever beaten Tech is when it is at ODU.
yeah. Which Virginia Tech is afraid of, want to cancel
Yes.
the contract agreement, whatever.
That's a different
That's
story.
a different story.
But Tech just hasn't looked good this year. And
Mm-hmm.
I think if ODU comes in there hungry, if Colton Joseph can get this offense rolling and use his legs
Leads
like
all
he would,
quarterbacks into FBS and rushing yards.
that's what I was. You just get those legs going early.
Yeah,
Break off one of those 80-yard rushing touchdowns you have out of nowhere every once in a while.
yeah.
Maybe get a couple of those.
Against a not good Virginia Tech defense.
Put them up on the ropes early.
Yeah.
See what happens. I think it's gonna be a good game.
We have been doing this show for a little over a year now. Not once have I ever chosen ODU to do anything positive. And that changes this week. ODU is going to go into Tech and beat Tech. I truly, full-heartedly believe that. I think they just have more hunger. I think they are up for the challenge. I think if there's any year where they could go into Tech and win, I think it is this year. I mean, Tech's not scary to me at all. Like, they just have not looked good.
How storybook would it be if ODU's the reason Brent Pry is fired?
Poetic. And if there's still people watching this, like, you guys don't know the storyline. Like, there's a million storylines that goes into
This is like WWE level storylines.
like it's pretty deep relations and just storylines and just connections.
Everybody at those schools know
each other and have history with each other, and even just the schools themselves with like just Virginia Tech being the prestige, they are always looking down on other schools
Yep.
like ODU,
even though they
like,
haven't been relevant in the past 10 years.
one
probably.
of 2 schools to never win a national championship for any sport.
Yeah.
One of them is Virginia Tech, so I don't know why they talk so much trash. We have more natties than you.
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
Field hockey will crush any. We are the Alabama
We are.
of field
Fun
hockey.
fact, again, if anyone's still watching, fun fact, legitimately, ODU field hockey is legit like what Alabama football
We have like
is.
8 natties.
It is insane. Like, shout out ODU field hockey.
Women's field hockey.
Women, I think that's the only field hockey team they have, right?
Just making sure they know.
Yeah. I don't know if we should say women's because there were a couple dudes on the team, remember? ODU field hockey in general. Go ODU field hockey. Regardless, ODU's going to beat Virginia Tech in
I
Blacksburg
like it.
this year.
I like the confidence.
Thank you. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. Comment what you agree with, what you disagree with, and let us know if there's anything else you would like us to talk about. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter at PM Football Podcast. Like, subscribe, share the video, and we will see you guys next week.
See ya.